never gonna set to set this free. So there will be a revolution in this century. Enter me. Don't be shocked when the history book mentions me. I will lay down my life if it sets us free. Eventually you'll see my ascendancy. And now you're not throwing away my shot. Now you're not throwing away.
There's nothing rich folks love more than going downtown and slumming it with the poor. They pull up in their carriages and walk as the students in the comments just to watch them talk. Take Philip Schuyler, my man is loaded. Uh-oh, little does he know that his daughters, Peggy, Angelica, Eliza, just to watch all the guys.
Angelica, Eliza, Angelica, Peggy, Eliza. Daddy said to be home by sundown. Daddy doesn't need to know. Daddy said not to go downtown. Like I said, you're free to go. But look around, the revolution's happening in New York. Angelica, work. It's bad enough Daddy wants to go to war. People shouting in the square. It's bad enough there'll be violence on our shore. New ideas in the air. Look around, Angelica, remind me what we're looking for.
She's looking for me.
Eliza, I'm looking for a mind at work. I'm looking for a mind at work. I'm looking for a mind at work. Whoa, 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 work.
Ooh, there's nothing like summer in the city. Someone in a rush next to someone looking pretty. Excuse me, miss, I know it's not funny, but your perfume smells like your daddy's got money. While you slumming in the city in your fancy heels, you searching for an urchin who can give you ideals.
Sir, you disgust me.
Ah, so you disgust me. I'm a trust fund, baby, you can trust me.
I've been reading Common Sense by Thomas Paine. So men say that I'm intense or I'm insane. You want a revolution, I want a revelation. So listen to my declaration. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. And when I meet Thomas Jefferson, I'ma compel him to include women in the sequel. Work! Look around at how lucky we are to be alive right now. Look around at how lucky we are to be alive right now. History is happening in Manhattan, and we just happen to be in the greatest city in the world. In the greatest city in the world. 'Cause I'm the Common Sense by Thomas Paine. So let's say that I'm intense and I'm insane. You want a revolution, I want a revelation. So listen to my declaration. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. Look around at how lucky we are to be alive right now. History is happening in Manhattan, and we just happen to be in the greatest city in the world. In the greatest city in the world. Angelica, Eliza, and Peggy, the Schuyler sisters. We're looking for a mind at work. Hey,
From the birthplace of radio's greatest era, live from New York, it's Radio Night Live with Kevin McCullough. Wait, who?
Kevin McCullough, let me start with you.
The big dog, Kevin McCullough.
Kevin McCullough,
No, who?
nationally syndicated radio host and author of No He Can't.
Who? Kevin McCullough?
Kevin McCullough is a nationally syndicated radio host and author of No He Can't.
What?
Barack Obama's Dismantling Hope and Change and CEO of Extreme Media.
Oh. Well, we couldn't be happier than to have you with us. And if you weren't with us for the first hour tonight, friends, go back and get the podcast, the video or the audio, either one. David Fischer, CEO of Landmark Capital, and the Ladies Lounge tonight, featuring the lovely, the beautiful, the talented, the opinionated, the sharp-thinking Liz Wheeler, the primetime anchor, hit anchor for One America News Network. And, of course, Kevin McCullough welcoming you into a very busy Saturday. We're glad you're with us. Very busy news day today. Jim Comey back in the headlines, being, to a degree, his just obnoxious self. I'll get to more of that in a second. But I want to remind you, if you have not yet done so, to ask for the information about our Israel trip coming up in February of next year. We're going to be headed February 20th through the 28th to the Holy Land. We're going to see 8 beautiful days of 8 gorgeous sets of weather. We're going to be in Tel Aviv and Galilee and Jerusalem. We're going to go to the Dead Sea. We're going to see the Jordan River. There's going to be such an immense importance of this trip in your life if you go, if you've always wanted to go. $2,855 includes everything except your airfare. Right now, airfare is between $600 and $800 round trip, depending. And some of you want to use points, and you can do that, etc. But it is the best price for the best tour you will ever experience of the Holy Land. And the people that are going to be our hosts are, besides myself, people that have been doing this for 30 to 40 years. They know every jot and tittle of Israel, and it's going to be phenomenal. Now, it doesn't cost you anything to get the itinerary tonight. You can go online and you can see it. If you put a deposit down tonight, that will hold your spot. And if you reserve your spot before the end of September 31st, they're going to take an additional $150 off your trip. So it's less than $2,800 to see the Holy Land. You cannot beat that anywhere. Not with the level of 4-star hotel and Mercedes buses with Wi-Fi. I mean, it's going to really be an awesome trip. You're not going to want to miss this if you've ever wanted to go. Now, if you call tonight if you go tonight for the itinerary, if you email tonight, I'm going to make sure that you get a copy of my picture book from my first trip to Israel, From Shiloh to Shalom. It's 100+ pages of beautiful photos that I took firsthand, and I came back and put this together. And I'm not going to send you the coffee table version of this hardback, but I will give you a complimentary electronic version of it that can come right into your inbox. You can start seeing it. A bunch of the stuff that we're going to go see is in that book. So it will give you a firsthand feel of exactly what it's going to be like. You'll feel like you're already getting a preview of being there. But you need to write for the information. KMCradio@gmail.com. KMCradio@gmail.com. KMCradio@gmail.com to get your complimentary photo book of Israel and the link for the itinerary. Now, if you go on and you register before September 31st, they're going to take $150 off the already low price of $2,855. So you're not going to be able to do this for a better price anywhere, and you're not going to be able to go with me. That's the fun part of this. We're going to do this together, and we've already got, seats are filling up. This is not going to stay open long. We've only got 50 seats on the bus. It's a 60-person bus. We're only putting 50 people on it. We want plenty of room to spread out and have some fun. But only 50 seats available. Right now, you've got to reserve your spot, and you're going to do it for the lowest price possible. Another $150 being taken off if you do it before September the 31st. So that's, and I'll tell you more about that as the hour goes by. Now, I couldn't be happier to have my next guest in the Ladies Lounge. Liz Wheeler is a brainiac and a half. She's the primetime anchor at One America News Network, which is a right-of-center network, right of Fox News Channel network, and doing a great job there. And Liz, I know that you've covered the Comey controversy and the Russia story on par with any of the best in journalism. And I'm just curious, I'm looking at headlines even today that James Comey is even in more trouble. And he continues to kind of live in this false notion that he's not going to be held accountable for anything. But I'm just curious as to your reaction on the latest after the Inspector General's report and where Mr. Comey is at.
Hi, Kevin. Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here. I think it's very interesting. I think two things. The first thing that I saw, by the way, when I woke up this morning was James Comey's tweet about this Inspector General report. And if you read just James Comey's tweet, you'd think he was not only exonerated, but granted angel wings from the Inspector General. And that is simply not true. First of all, this report only deals with the memos that James Comey wrote about his conversations with President Trump. This is not at all about Comey's behavior as it relates to the FISA court warrant applications or the Russia investigation. So that is all yet to come. This is only singularly about what James Comey did with those memos. And the Inspector General very clearly says that James Comey violated procedure, violated FBI policy, and that while he didn't directly leak classified information himself to the press, he gave a memo, which was classified information, to his friend with explicit directions to leak it to the press. And we know later that same day, the New York Times published an article detailing exactly what was in that memo. The Inspector General was very clear. He said James Comey gave a very bad example to the 35,000 employees of the FBI because he put his own political ambition, his own political agenda over how he's supposed to act on the job.
He became an operative, and there were signs of that going back far in advance of the memos. If you go back to the press conference with Hillary Clinton, a lot of people say he played his full hand almost completely at that time, laying cards on the table in a way that no previous director of the FBI had.
Right. I mean, we also heard reports after that press conference, that infamous July 5th, I believe it was, press conference that James Comey gave about Hillary Clinton, that Obama's Department of Justice had essentially directed the FBI not to recommend indictment or not to indict Hillary Clinton. So that's a whole other can of worms. But, the idea that we would have essentially the top law enforcement official in our nation, the director of the FBI, think that it's justification for him to move outside of policy, procedure, or even law because he disagrees with the politics of his boss. I mean, that undermines the entire idea that our nation is a nation of laws, that we don't just make decisions based on what we want or what we feel in this moment, but we follow specific laws to protect other people's rights. If FBI officials, not just James Comey, but other people did that in history, if they follow his lead, if this became precedent, then it would be absolutely shocking. There'd be justification for any kind of terrible behavior just because you don't happen to like the current president.
We're speaking with Liz Wheeler. She's the host of Tipping Point on One American News Network, weeknights at, I believe, 8 p.m. Eastern time, the prime time.
9 p.m. Eastern.
9 p.m. Eastern, my bad. Still in the heart of prime time on One American News, and someone that is really a bright star that is rising faster than can be expressed with Regnery publishing this new book, Tipping Points, How to Topple the Left's House of Cards. Of course, Regnery, a sister organization to Salem Media, and we love the work of Regnery Publishers. Liz, let me get you to respond directly to these tweets that you referenced to James Comey saying, because I really want my audience to understand the hubris that is being expressed here. At somewhere around 10:03 Eastern time this morning, James Comey said the following: DOJ IG found no evidence that Comey or his attorneys released any of the classified information contained in any of the memos to members of the media. I don't need he says, I don't need a public apology from those who defamed me, but a quick message with a sorry we lied about you would be nice. He went on to say, seconds later, and to all those who spent 2 years talking about me going to jail or being a liar and a leaker, ask yourselves why you still trust people who gave you bad info for so long, including the president. He again is attempting to turn this entire thing back to not only something that he's been cleared of, but trying to say that there was wrongdoing somehow by the President of the United States. Liz Wheeler, your reaction to that?
Right. So this just proves what you and I and many of your listeners already know, that James Comey is a slimy, sneaky operator. He is good at what he does, which is unfortunate for us because what he does is politics. What he does is not law enforcement. It's funny that you read this specific tweet because right as you called me, I was composing a response to him just from the Inspector General's report. This is from the report. I want to read it. He says, after his removal as FBI director 2 months later, Comey provided a copy of Memo 4, which Comey had kept without authorization, to Richmond, with instructions to share the contents with a reporter for the New York Times. Memo 4 included information that was related to both the FBI's ongoing investigation of Flynn and, by Comey's own account, information that he believed and alleged constituted evidence of an attempt to obstruct the ongoing Flynn investigation. Later that same day, the New York Times published an article about Memo 4 entitled Comey Memo Says Trump Asked Him to End Flynn Investigation, et cetera, et cetera. This is a damning report against James Comey. I don't know what he's talking about. I think he's hoping that because this report is 83 pages long that people won't read it and they'll just take his word for it. But all people have to do is read it for themselves. It's written in very clear English, and you see that James Comey violated procedure. He violated policy.
He sure did, Liz. It's Kevin McCullough. It's Radio Night Live, and we are live. Liz Wheeler from One American News continues with us in the Ladies Lounge next. Here, stay with us. You've heard us talk about the amazing offer that MyPillow is offering you right now, right? Only $34.99 a pillow. That's the lowest price ever offered on radio TV. When you get a 2-pack of MyPillow Premiums for only $69.98, ever since I've been sleeping on my MyPillow, I don't get interrupted sleep anymore. I don't have to worry about folding my pillow in half or stacking up a whole bunch of lifeless pillows underneath it to give me the right support. Comes with a 60-day money-back guarantee and a 10-year warranty, and it's made in the USA. Do you have a pillow that comes with a 10-year warranty? Get a 2-pack of MyPillow Premiums for $69.98 right now. That's only $34.99 per pillow, which again is the lowest price ever offered on radio or TV. This offer is only available at MyPillow.com or when you call 800-506-2641. That's 800-506-2641. Promo code KMC. 800-506-2641. And use the promo code KMC. Hi, Kevin McCullough. I've got the absolute day from you-know-where today. I've got to be going from early this morning until late tonight, and I was up fretting about it at 3 a.m. Like that's how busy my day is today. But I got to tell you, I'm not too worried about getting sick, and I used to get sick regularly when I would overdo it on schedule and stress. Part of the reason, the main reason, is because I know I'm getting the right nutrition. See, I take Balance of Nature, and that means 10 servings of 31 different fruits and veggies in 3 little fruit and 3 little vegetable capsules every single day. Fruits and veggies have changed my life. My skin looks better, I've got tons of energy, and I don't get sick anymore. It's time to improve the quality of your life. For a limited time, I've got a great offer for you. 25% off plus free shipping. That's 25% off plus free shipping. But you got to call now. Call 800-2468-751. That's 800-2468-751. 800-2468-751. Or just online at balanceofnature.com. The discount code KMC. Hi, Kevin McCullough. You've heard us talk about the amazing offer that MyPillow is offering you right now, right? Only $34.99 a pillow. That's the lowest price ever offered on radio TV. When you get a 2-pack of MyPillow Premiums for only $69.98, ever since I've been sleeping on MyPillow, I don't get interrupted sleep anymore. I don't have to worry about folding my pillow in half or stacking up a whole bunch of lifeless pillows underneath it to give me the right support. Comes with a 60-day money-back guarantee and a 10-year warranty, and it's made in the USA. Do you have a pillow that comes with a 10-year warranty? Get a 2-pack of MyPillow Premiums for $69.98 right now. That's only $34.99 per pillow, which again is the lowest price ever offered on radio or TV. This offer is only available at MyPillow.com or when you call 800-506-2641. That's 800-506-2641. Promo code KMC. 800-506-2641. And use the promo code KMC. Hi, Kevin McCullough. Did you know that if you do not currently have health insurance between now and December 15th, you've been given an opportunity to do something really powerful? That is to pick the best priced health insurance your family can afford, and to do so according to your budget. Now, you may be thinking, since Obamacare's penalty was done away with in the mandate, that there's no reason to shop your health insurance concerns. But friends, there are. You're likely paying for coverage you don't need. And how will you know unless you have it evaluated? That's where my friend Petru Amare at getbenefits.info will come in very handy. Because you won't pay him a dime, but he will check your health insurance coverage and let you know if you can do just as well for less money. Contact him today. Getbenefits.info. That's getbenefits.info. Getbenefits.info. Or call them at 312-588-9443. That's 312-588-9443.
Ooh, what a little moonlight can do.
It's a busy night in New York City, and there's a shot of the TKTS booth. Is very, very busy night, very busy day today. James Comey is what we were talking about before the break. Liz Wheeler is my guest in the Ladies Lounge, and her new book is called Tipping Points, How to Topple the Left's House of Cards. I strongly recommend it, and not just because it is published by my sister organization, Regnery Publishing. They do a great job, but Liz's book is a worthy read, and it's couldn't be more timely. And Liz, that brings me to what I want to return to now. If there's justice in the world, we were talking about Comey. We were talking about the kind of flaunting of his reaction in the face of the Inspector General. But the truth is, it was limited to his scope in the leaking of the memos. That's what that report was about. We haven't yet seen what the Inspector General may level against him for the FISA investigation. And if there's justice in this world anywhere, it's got to be that if you leverage the full power of government to invade people's privacy and sovereignty, that you've broken the Constitution and that you need to go to jail. So all of his protesting of, well, it's not I've been vindicated here. I'm not sure that's the case.
Right, and that's the other thing. That's what James Comey is essentially trying to make it sound like. all of his behavior has been analyzed, and the Inspector General has exonerated him on all of his behavior. This is actually very narrow. When I saw this report this morning and that it pertained only to the memos, my reaction was kind of, oh, I thought this was going to be the whole thing. This is just like a tiny blip that we're going to get ahead of time. It's shocking, actually, that the Inspector General had to write a report 83 pages long about James Comey's behavior just on the memo. That should tell you something. And this is the line, by the way, from the end of the report. I found it. It says the Office of the Inspector General has provided this report to the FBI and to the Department of Justice Office of Professional Responsibility for action they deem appropriate. So James Comey conveniently left that part off.
That sounds like Mr. Barr may get it, and if he so feels inclined, he could refer it to the Connecticut district, who's already been empowered to deal with all of this. We're speaking with Liz Wheeler. Liz, hold on one second. I want to give a plug for your book, Tipping Points, How to Topple the Left's House of Cards. Going to talk about a lot of things yet in this conversation. As you can tell, we kind of digging each other's vibes here. We're kind of on the same wavelength, and I appreciate that. Liz, let me turn the discussion a little bit to the kind of echo effect of not just James Comey, but in the last month, the statement by Jennifer Rubin from the Washington Post, going to burn down the GOP so that none of the people that supported the president, so that none of the people that enabled the president, none of them can be left standing. Kind of couple that with Joe Walsh, who has now made former colleague of ours at Salem. We now disown him completely, but now basically making his life a full-time gig of just basically barking at the moon, saying Trump bad, when there's legitimate grievances towards the Constitution that normal people in talk radio at least are observing with the Squad and with the Democrats and the progressive movement within America, Antifa, the rest. Couple that with Bill Kristol and others who have made their living for the last couple of years trying to revive this Never Trump thing. And couple that with NBC in the last 24 hours having to full-on recant two major stories that they reported that were notably false on their basic pretense. It seems like, Liz Wheeler, that the entire universe is poised to try to stop Donald Trump in 2020. Am I just dreaming this, or are those things real?
Well, first of all, to comment on all of those stories, this feels like a science quiz. There's about 20 things to unpack.
Yeah.
I don't know. Joe Walsh is obviously no threat to Trump. That's ridiculous. He's just a joke. I mean, we covered that story briefly on my show, and I apologize to my viewers for wasting 6 minutes of their day even hearing about Joe Walsh. I don't know who he's trying to appeal to.
But before you dig down on that too specifically,
Sure.
Let me ask you about this. What is it about the nexus of that picture that I painted that is the most bothersome? Are they working? Is it a coordinated effort together?
Of course it's coordinated. The most bothersome part is that the left lies. They can't actually come into the court of public opinion. And when I say court of public opinion, I mean come on your show or my show or a debate stage or a network whose views don't align with theirs 100%. They can't actually debate policy. They just want to slander the president. They just want to tell lies so that the American people think that, XYZ is happening when actually ABC is happening. The worst part of all of that is nothing that they say can be taken seriously. They just lie all the time. I mean, we spend about half of the time on my show every night just debunking the false narrative, saying this is what the left is telling you today, this is why it's false, and this is the truth. The nexus of everything, never Trump or anti-Trump, is that they do not tell the truth. I mean, it's a basic of human nature that we owe it to our fellow human beings to tell the truth, and they cannot bring themselves to do that, so they tell lies just because they're trying to take him down. I guess, in a sense, I don't blame them, because if you're trying to argue against the economy, if you're trying to argue against, the constitutional judges that Trump has appointed to all kinds of courts in the federal judiciary, his tax cuts, his religious freedom protections, defunding Planned Parenthood. I mean, the list goes on and on. Right. If you're trying to argue against that and tell the American people that they're not better off now than they were before, that's a pretty tough argument to make. So they resort to lying.
Well, and lying in a very complicated, kind of sophisticated patchwork of things, and I think that they take great joy in the complication, because then it's more difficult for people like you and I to actually, because we have to do the unpacking and then connect the actual dots and put it all back together again. And I think that gives them a tremendous advantage, at least in the short run, which is kind of sad. We're speaking with Liz Wheeler, and if you're not familiar with the One America News Network, you might be familiar with the fact that Trump said on, I think it was this morning on Twitter, that, or within the last 24 hours, let me put it that way, he said that that Fox has had some trouble, and that they're abandoning, in his words, they're abandoning us, and we need to find an option that works for us better. And Liz, I don't know your relationship with Fox, past or present, but Brit Hume is someone that I've always had immense respect for, and I thought he did a fantastic job as the Washington bureau chief for Fox for many, many years. He actually tweeted back to the president, I'm sorry, Mr. President, but I don't think Fox works for you, because the president had said a better option that works for us. And I said back to Britt, I said, I'm not sure that he's speaking like a dictator. I think he's speaking as a consumer. And One American News Network has been at the forefront of this right of center competition that has been emerging to Fox over the last few years. There's a couple of other channels that have also come about. But talk to me about where you sit in kind of the landscape of media as you see it right now, and what role One American News is playing, and what do you think the future looks like for where we're at in terms of right of center media? Actually, I'm going to have you hold that thought there, Liz, because when we come back, I'll get you to respond to it. It's Kevin McCullough. We are live from New York on this Saturday, per usual, and very glad to have you with us. And Liz Wheeler, my special guest in the Ladies Lounge tonight. Her new book, Tipping Points: How to Topple the Left's House of Cards, and it's by Regnery Publishing, and I hope that you'll get a copy. It's a great read, and I want to know Liz's thinking on this new alternative to find a right of center network that's right of Fox News Channel, and is One American News Network that network? It's fun being me, because I can ask all these interesting questions. Anyway, we're coming right back live from New York. Kevin McCullough, don't go away. Hi, Kevin McCullough. You've heard us talk about the amazing offer that MyPillow is offering you right now, right? Only $34.99 a pillow. That's the lowest price ever offered on radio TV. When you get a 2-pack of MyPillow Premiums for only $69.98, ever since I've been sleeping on MyPillow, I don't get interrupted sleep anymore. I don't have to worry about folding my pillow in half or stacking up a whole bunch of lifeless pillows underneath it to give me the right support. Comes with a 60-day money-back guarantee and a 10-year warranty, and it's made in the USA. Do you have a pillow that comes with a 10-year warranty? Get a 2-pack of MyPillow Premiums for $69.98 right now. That's only $34.99 per pillow, which again is the lowest price ever offered on radio or TV. This offer is only available at MyPillow.com or when you call 800-506-2641. That's 800-506-2641. Promo code KMC. 800-506-2641. And use the promo code KMC. Hi, Kevin McCullough. I've got the absolute day from you-know-where today. I've got to be going from early this morning until late tonight, and I was up fretting about it at 3 a.m. Like that's how busy my day is today. But I got to tell you, I'm not too worried about getting sick, and I used to get sick regularly when I would overdo it on schedule and stress. Part of the main reason, is because I know I'm getting the right nutrition. See, I take Balance of Nature, and that means 10 servings of 31 different fruits and veggies in 3 little fruit and 3 little vegetable capsules every single day. Fruits and veggies have changed my life. My skin looks better, I've got tons of energy, and I don't get sick anymore. It's time to improve the quality of your life. For a limited time, I've got a great offer for you. 25% off plus free shipping. That's 25% off plus free shipping. But you got to call now. Call 800-2468-751. That's 800-2468-751. 800-2468-751. Or just online at balanceofnature.com. The discount code KMC. Hi, Kevin McCullough. You've heard us talk about the amazing offer that MyPillow is offering you right now, right? Only $34.99 a pillow. That's the lowest price ever offered on radio TV. When you get a 2-pack of MyPillow Premiums for only $69.98, ever since I've been sleeping on my MyPillow, I don't get interrupted sleep anymore. I don't have to worry about folding my pillow in half or stacking up a whole bunch of lifeless pillows underneath it to give me the right support. Comes with a 60-day money-back guarantee and a 10-year warranty, and it's made in the USA. Do you have a pillow that comes with a 10-year warranty? Get a 2-pack of MyPillow Premiums for $69.98 right now. That's only $34.99 per pillow, which again is the lowest price ever offered on radio or TV. This offer is only available at MyPillow.com or when you call 800-506-2641. That's 800-506-2641. Promo code KMC. 800-506-2641. And use the promo code KMC. Hi, Kevin McCullough. Did you know that if you do not currently have health insurance between now and December 15th, you've been given an opportunity to do something really powerful? That is to pick the best priced health insurance your family can afford, and to do so according to your budget. Now, you may be thinking, since Obamacare's penalty was done away with in the mandate, that there's no reason to shop your health insurance concerns. But friends, there are. You're likely paying for coverage you don't need. And how will you know unless you have it evaluated? That's where my friend Petru Amare at getbenefits.info will come in very handy. Because you won't pay him a dime, but he will check your health insurance coverage and let you know if you can do just as well for less money. Contact him today. Getbenefits.info. That's getbenefits.info. Getbenefits.info. Or call them at 312-588-9443. That's 312-588-9443.
Of all the boys, of all the boys, boys, of all the boys, 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 of all the boys.
All right, Kevin McCullough, glad to have you back with us. It's a big, busy Saturday night. Thank you for being here, and thanks for everyone that has tuned in through First Hour with David Fischer, and now with Tipping Point's very own Liz Wheeler in the Ladies' Lounge. And don't forget, if you want to join us in Israel, send me an email, kmcradio@gmail.com. Request your itinerary and a free copy of my ebook just for you, kmcradio@gmail.com, kmcradio@gmail.com. We're going in February. We've already potentially, we're talking about like maybe 30 seats already full on the bus. You need to you need to hold your spot. We've only got 50, and I would love for you to be one of them that joins us. And here's the thing. If you do it, if you hold your spot before September 31st, they're going to take $150 off the already low price of $28.55 for 9 days in Israel. That is just incredible. So come on, join us. It's going to be great. We're going to see the old city. We're going to see Tel Aviv, Galilee, Jerusalem, Old City Jerusalem, the Jordan River. We're going to go to Masada. We're going to we're going to go float in the Dead Sea. We're going to see all the places that Jesus walked. We're going to talk about the new state of Israel and how it goes about living its life in a very rough part of the world, but one of the most beautiful paradises on planet Earth. And you couldn't pick a better time to be there. February, it's going to be in the 60s to 80s every day, and it's just compared to what we're going to have in New York during that time. I'll take Israel twice a week or twice on Sunday and every day of the week since then. Anyway, bad with the analogies, but join us. kmcradio@gmail.com to get more info. kmcradio@gmail.com. Email me. Now, Liz Wheeler, when we talk about, and before the break, I was talking about the changing news landscape. Give us an update. One America News, it kind of led the pack in terms of offering an alternative to the right of the Fox News channel. Why is that important? Where are we at when it comes to the modern day news landscape?
Yeah, definitely. So first of all, I'm really proud to be a part of One America News. I mean, I always say that we're a baby network because we've only been around for 5 years. And in that space, that very short amount of time, we've grown into being a competitor to some of the largest news networks in the nation. And it's a really exciting thing to do. The reason that we've grown is because we actually provide content that people want to hear. We were the first network, by the way, on the right or the left, to carry President Trump's rallies in their entirety during the 2016 campaign season. And that goes all the way back to 2015. We were the first network that did that. And President Trump's rallies are and were very different than other candidates. They're absolutely interesting. And
they're rock concerts on speed.
Yeah, definitely. People want to hear what he has to say directly, especially because of what I mentioned before, the fact that the mainstream media, the mainstream networks tell lies about what he says. They want to hear it for themselves. So we were one of the first networks to do that. And people realized, okay, this network isn't out to get the president. They're just out to cover what's happening. And that's one of the foundational principles of our network, is that we're not entirely opinion programming. I'm an opinion program, of course, but we provide 21 hours of unbiased, just straight news headlines. We have 3 times as many headlines for every quarter-hour block than any other network does. We do that 21 hours out of the day, and then once you've heard the news, you can tune into the opinion programming. There's 2 opinion talk shows, mine and one other one, at prime time, and hear, the opinion takes or the debates on the stories of the day. But this is a model that the American people really seem to like. They're really tired of the rage panels that you see on other networks, both conservative and liberal networks.
Right.
And they're really tired of people spending an entire hour on one story. They want to tune in and they want to hear everything that's going on, and we provide that for them. I think that's why we're so competitive with the other networks now.
Well, in full disclosure, I do make many appearances a month on Harris Faulkner and sometimes Dana Perino's shows on the Fox News channel. So I want my listeners to be aware that there is conflict of interest, so to speak, in having this discussion with you. But I've been one, Liz, for a long time that has observed media, and in talk radio, I kind of have a bias-free position to do it from, because nobody really owns anything that I say, and there's an ability to be able to be very honest. And I know that there has been a hunger for at least, and it's interesting to see, in the aftermath of Fox kind of coming to its preeminence, the downfall of Roger Ailes, and now the books and the Scandal movie that's coming out and so forth. My heart grieves to see some of this happen, because I know much of it is unfair and untrue. But I do think that as the Murdoch sons have moved up, that they're making some room because of changes they're making. They are creating room to the right of them. I know that some of my bosses at Salem have thought about, we've got an entire lineup of syndicated network radio. You put a TV camera in their room,
right.
we could be online 24 hours a day with content that would be consistent. So when we come back, I want to pick up on that thought, and I want to expound just a little bit more on where the news revelation is going. But I want you to get her book, Tipping Points: How to Topple the Left's House of Cards. Hi, Kevin McCullough. You've heard us talk about the amazing offer that MyPillow is offering you right now, right? Only $34.99 a pillow. That's the lowest price ever offered on radio TV. When you get a 2-pack of MyPillow Premiums for only $69.98, ever since I've been sleeping on my MyPillow, I don't get interrupted sleep anymore. I don't have to worry about folding my pillow in half or stacking up a whole bunch of lifeless pillows underneath it to give me the right support. Comes with a 60-day money-back guarantee and a 10-year warranty, and it's made in the USA. Do you have a pillow that comes with a 10-year warranty? Get a 2-pack of MyPillow Premiums for $69.98 right now. That's only $34.99 per pillow, which again is the lowest price ever offered on radio or TV. This offer is only available at MyPillow.com or when you call 800-506-2641. That's 800-506-2641. Promo code KMC. 800-506-2641. And use the promo code KMC. Hi, Kevin McCullough. I've got the absolute day from you-know-where today. I've got to be going from early this morning until late tonight, and I was up fretting about it at 3 a.m. Like that's how busy my day is today. But I got to tell you, I'm not too worried about getting sick, and I used to get sick regularly when I would overdo it on schedule and stress. Part of the main reason, is because I know I'm getting the right nutrition. See, I take Balance of Nature, and that means 10 servings of 31 different fruits and veggies in 3 little fruit fruit and 3 little vegetable capsules every single day. Fruits and veggies have changed my life. My skin looks better, I've got tons of energy, and I don't get sick anymore. It's time to improve the quality of your life. For a limited time, I've got a great offer for you. 25% off plus free shipping. That's 25% off plus free shipping. But you got to call now. Call 800-2468-751. That's 800-2468-751. 800-2468-751. Or just online at balanceofnature.com. The discount code KMC. Hi, Kevin McCullough. You've heard us talk about the amazing offer that MyPillow is offering you right now, right? Only $34.99 a pillow. That's the lowest price ever offered on radio TV. When you get a 2-pack of MyPillow Premiums for only $69.98, ever since I've been sleeping on MyPillow, I don't get interrupted sleep anymore. I don't have to worry about folding my pillow in half or stacking up a whole bunch of lifeless pillows underneath it to give me the right support. Comes with a 60-day money-back guarantee and a 10-year warranty, and it's made in the USA. Do you have a pillow that comes with a 10-year warranty? Get a 2-pack of MyPillow Premiums for $69.98 right now. That's only $34.99 per pillow, which again is the lowest price ever offered on radio or TV. This offer is only available at MyPillow.com or when you call 800-506-2641. That's 800-506-2641. Promo code KMC. 800-506-2641. And use the promo code KMC. Hi, Kevin McCullough. I've got the absolute day from you-know-where today. I've got to be going from early this morning until late tonight, and I was up fretting about it at 3 a.m. Like that's how busy my day is today. But I got to tell you, I'm not too worried about getting sick, and I used to get sick regularly when I would overdo it on schedule and stress. Part of the reason, the main reason, is because I know I'm getting the right nutrition. See, I take Balance of Nature, and that means 10 servings of 31 different fruits and veggies in 3 little fruit and 3 little vegetable capsules every single day. Fruits and veggies have changed my life. My skin looks better, I've got tons of energy, and I don't get sick anymore. It's time to improve the quality of your life. For a limited time, I've got a great offer for you. 25% off plus free shipping. That's 25% off plus free shipping. But you got to call now. Call 800-2468-751. That's 800-2468-751. 800-2468-751. Or just online at balanceofnature.com. The discount code KMC. All right, Kevin McCullough, glad to have you with us on this Saturday evening. It's a great night in New York, and it's been my pleasure to be with you. I very much have enjoyed the conversation with Liz Wheeler. Tipping Points, How to Topple the Left's House of Cards. I strongly recommend it. Regnery Publishing is the publisher, and, of course, they're one of the sister companies of my parent company, Salem Communications, and the stations I'm on, at least here in New York. And on Saturday nights around the country, we're on the vast majority of Salem stations, and thanks to Phil Boyce and everybody at Salem that makes that happen. Liz, I want to go back to where we were talking about how the news media is changing. Everyone is doing digital now. The downloads of the podcasts of just this show alone are something like 1,700 times more than they were 4 years ago when we started doing it. It's just crazy how much the world of on-demand has changed. And I'm curious, as One American News is evaluating what they're doing going forward, what is their approach to digital, and how do you think it's going to impact the news arena overall?
Yeah, definitely. This is a good question. I mean, it's kind of more of a business question than an ideology question, but I think the executives at One
I love getting people like you, by the way, admitting that I ask good questions. I think that's kind of cool. I try really hard to make that happen.
It is a good question. I mean, this is something that, people that work on cable television talk about all the time, because we do see down the road, 10, 15 years, I don't know exactly how long it'll take.
2.
A couple years, that everything is moving towards digital. That's true, and our network is bridging that gap as we speak. Basically, we have a live streaming service for people to watch from their phones. It's an app. It's called Cloud TV. It's spelled a little weird, KLOWD TV. But people can watch individual shows. They can jump back and look at just individual segments or things that people said. You can basically watch the network in whatever format you want on that. We also have this new feature. We're one of the first networks to do this. We have this new feature on our Facebook page, on One American News Facebook page, where I think it's like $4.99 a month, something very affordable. You can live stream the network as it airs and watch individual shows just right from your Facebook app on your phone. So providing that content to the medium that people seem to be preferring right now, which is watching it through their phones, it's really critical for the longevity of the network. I mean, my show specifically, I know this isn't necessarily network wide, this comes from my show, but we focus very heavily on social media as well because we know how powerful that is. So
Absolutely.
We put our content on social media and reach people where they want to be reached rather than just sitting there and saying, hey, we're here if you want to come watch.
Well, let's face it, people are living their lives on their schedule. It's right. I'm a dad of 3 that are under 10.
Wow.
My life is very different. My life is very different than it was 10 years ago, and because of that, I have to be more conscientious in terms of how the clock operates. I think that's replicated in every household across America right now. Liz Wheeler is my guest. Tipping Points: How to Topple the Left's House of Cards is the book. And Liz, almost everyone I know that gets their major gig. Okay, so you at OAN, Shannon Bream getting her nightly spot on Fox, Harris when she got the afternoon show, people in talk radio, almost everybody I know, once they get their major gig, they do a book. I'm curious if doing this book was something that you had wanted to do, thought about doing, had said, I'm dying to write a book. Was it something that came about as kind of an idea because of where you're at now? You know, it might be a good time. What was it that drove you to become an author and to get into the world of publishing with Tipping Points?
Well, becoming an author and writing a book is something I've wanted to do since I was a little kid. That part in and of itself doesn't have to do with my platform right now. But I think one of the reasons why talk show hosts publish books once they get to a platform is because publishers take into account your platform and whether you're going to be able to push sales of your book.
Sure.
So they're very excited to work with you and give you a contract once you have that pre-existing platform. So I wanted to write a book for a long time. This particular book was born out of the fact that after my show every night, I always get just dozens of emails from people saying the same thing to me, saying, I hear what you're saying. I agree with what you're saying. I see what the left, the Democrats are trying to do to our country. But how do I, an everyday American, not someone who works in the swamp, not an elected official, how do I fight back? What can I do? And so my book is my long-form answer to all of these emails that people send me all the time. It's a handbook to teach people, to empower people, to deputize people to go out and fight that fight. I teach you exactly how to debunk the lies of the left. I teach you exactly how they structure their strategy to try to take over our country. I identify their goals and their tactics, and then I show you how you can go out in your everyday life and help defeat the radical left. So my hope is that when people read this, A, they feel that their emails have been answered, and B, they feel hope that they can actually do something to help save our country.
I think that is so important. And when we're talking about an election as important as the 2020 election, and it's not even just the White House, Liz, that's in play. So I'm based in New York.
Right,
We've got the Staten Island congressional seat. We've got the AOC seat. We've got a seat just in the near upstate that Shel Farley is running for, who would run for the Senate seat in New York. We can actually help tip the scales on a number of local races. And I think if people were empowered and encouraged to take a look at what they could do locally, that they would be amazed at the ability
100%.
to say, we can make a major difference, even if they live in a predominantly blue area, even if they live in a predominantly a different area than what they hold to. That individual passion and engagement is key. It's all important to the eventual outcome.
Oh, definitely. I mean, everything starts at the local level anyway, so never underestimate that. But in my book, I talk about you don't even have to apply these to elections and to campaigns. I mean, everyone talks about politics. Everyone follows people on Facebook who post about it, or they troll political Twitter, or they read articles. You know, it doesn't have to be related to one specific campaign. You know, you're listening to your college professor, you know, spew this nonsense. You want to know how to fight back without losing that fight and being humiliated in class. You want to stand up for yourself because you have a conservative club on campus. You're talking to your niece or nephew at Thanksgiving who's a liberal, and you want to know how to counter them. You're talking to a neighbor who's not sure about something. I mean, this is just everyday conversations, too. It doesn't have to be on the debate stage in a campaign to make a difference, because politics, you and I know, is always downstream of culture, and so we have to fight these ideas when they are just cultural before they become political.
Speaking of which, and you're located on the West Coast, Antifa
correct.
has made a huge name for itself, particularly in the northern West Coast. And when I come back, let me ask you about how that's impacting at least regional politics as well. Calvin McCullough, glad you're with us. It's Radio Night Live. Liz Wheeler is my very special guest, and her book is called Tipping Points. You need to get a copy. It's on Amazon.com. Coming right back from New York. Do not change that dial. Hi, Calvin McCullough. You've heard us talk about the amazing offer that MyPillow is offering you right now, right? Only $34.99 a pillow. That's the lowest price ever offered on radio TV. When you get a 2-pack of MyPillow Premiums for only $69.98, ever since I've been sleeping on my MyPillow, I don't get interrupted sleep anymore. I don't have to worry about folding my pillow in half or stacking up a whole bunch of lifeless pillows underneath it to give me the right support. Comes with a 60-day money-back guarantee and a 10-year warranty, and it's made in the USA. Do you have a pillow that comes with a 10-year warranty? Get a 2-pack of MyPillow Premiums for $69.98 right now. That's only $34.99 per pillow, which again is the lowest price ever offered on radio or TV. This offer is only available at MyPillow.com or when you call 800-506-2641. That's 800-506-2641. Promo code KMC. 800-506-2641. And use the promo code KMC. Hi, Kevin McCullough. Did you know that if you do not currently have health insurance between now and December 15th, you've been given an opportunity to do something really powerful? That is to pick the best priced health insurance your family can afford, and to do so according to your budget. Now, you may be thinking, since Obamacare's penalty was done away with in the mandate, that there's no reason to shop your health insurance concerns. But friends, there are. You're likely paying for coverage you don't need. And how will you know unless you have it evaluated? That's where my friend Petru Amare at getbenefits.info will come in very handy. Because you won't pay him a dime, but he will check your health insurance coverage and let you know if you can do just as well for less money. Contact him today. Getbenefits.info. That's getbenefits.info. Getbenefits.info. Or call him at 312-588-9443. That's 312-588-9443. Hi, Kevin McCullough. Shopping for an engagement ring can be very stressful. You want a unique ring at a great price. The big jewelry stores try to sell you what they have in stock. Others try to upsell you till it's way over your budget. Disappointment inevitably sets in, and you end up settling for a ring that you're not totally satisfied with. Friends, that's why I urge every one of you, my friends, my listeners, even my family, to visit Lord's Diamonds and see my very good friend Anu. You see, Anu is different. She takes great pride in working with her client's budget, finding the right diamond, and creating a unique engagement ring that the bride cherishes forever. There is no comparison. Honesty, integrity, good Christian values. This is what Anu and Lord's Diamonds are all about. It's the height of wedding and engagement season. Don't settle. Buy a ring everyone will admire, and if you mention Kevin McCullough, you're going to get an additional $500 off the price of wedding bands. To set up an appointment, call 212-789-8500. That's 212-789-8500, or online at Lord's Diamonds. All right, Kevin McCullough, just one last reminder, if you would like to get a copy of my picture book from Israel, the places that I traveled, the places that I photographed. This is from the Galilean region up north, where Jesus lived and did his ministry. I've got copies available. They are free, but you must request them via email, kmcradio@gmail.com, and they are a little preview of what we're going to see in February, and I hope that some of you will make plans to come join us, February 20th through the 28th. The itinerary, I'll send you a link to that. I'll send you all the details on the discounts and the costs and all that stuff if you register before the end of September 31st. Should be a lot of fun. All right, Liz Wheeler's been my guest in the Ladies Lounge tonight. And Liz, one last area I wanted to talk to you about because I think most people that listen to me know me. People that see me on Fox News Channel know this for certain as well. I'm a man of faith. Faith's important to me. But I've seen you take a public stand for your faith, and I know that it plays a role in your life. Would love for you to just weigh in on that for a second.
And I appreciate that opportunity, actually. Another good question, not to flatter you too much. Yes, I am a practicing Catholic. All that I am is because of my Christian faith. My entire worldview is shaped around the fact that I'm a child of Christ. I was made in his image. He has a plan for my life. He loves me. He laid down his life for me so that I could live with him. And my goal in life is to shine the light of Christ for others to see, to further the kingdom of God. My politics are built around, yes, of course, the secular practicality of issues, not advocating for a theocracy, obviously, but also around the fact that because of my Christian worldview, I understand that every person is made in God's image. We deserve free will. We deserve liberty. We deserve the freedom to go out and achieve the potential that God gave us. We all have the dignity and should be treated with the respect that we deserve as children of Christ, and that should be reflected in the laws of our nation. That's why I'm pro-life. That's why I'm pro-Second Amendment. That's why I'm pro-First Amendment, and that's why I want to protect these things for other people so that they can fulfill their potential, achieve who they are, and practice their beliefs in the way that they deem fit, just like I do.
Yeah, I appreciate that, and I think that my listeners will appreciate it as well. Liz Wheeler, congratulations on a fantastic volume, Tipping Points, How to Topple the Left's House of Cards. Congratulations on the success of the One America News Network, and particularly Tipping Point with Liz Wheeler, the 9 p.m. feature on One America News. And thanks for taking some time today to not only respond to the breaking news, but also to give us a little bit of insight as to what makes you tick and how we as a country can benefit from continuing to think this through. My brand is kind of clarity. I want to make sure, above all else, that we understand the importance and the clear options that our choices are delivering. And I feel like when we have the information and we can make a clear choice, that more times than not, we will choose that which is the most beneficial. And I'm hoping that is, in fact, where we still are as a nation. There are days when I doubt. There are days when I say, I wonder if we're being overwhelmed by what is wrong. Anyway, I've been rambling too much. Liz Wheeler, thank you. Thank you, friend, for watching, listening, and being with us. See you next week.